We are back. We are live. And we are beefing. Actually, I think we worked it out. Are we okay? Are we still beefing?
We're great.
We're great. Can you tell me if we're still beefing, please?
No, we're not beefing at all. We're not beefing at all.
Are we?
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's like that weird thing where you're like, I need to talk to you. And you're like, oh God, what happened? What did I do? I say. So, because I always say inappropriate things. But welcome everyone to our 11th episode of Let's Talk About Football. That's probably what we should have called this. Like, let's talk about football. Why didn't I think of that before? We'll call it that next season.
No, it's my fault. I pulled you down. It's my fault. That's my fault.
How is it?
I can hold it because I pull you down. I be pulling you down.
No, I live on Earth 1. I believe in taking accountability for myself. So it's not you. It's totally me. But no, seriously, welcome back, everybody. We are here. We are excited. I feel like we're getting down to like the meat and potatoes of the football season. Like all the things that I feel like you spend time talking about in the off season are now here. And so it's just fun to like be here and live in this space. Obviously, my teams are all doing pretty well. So shout out to me and my teams, even though you love to hate on them. Shout out to me. But anyways, how are you, Rahad? What are you thinking? What's going on with your mind? How are you feeling about the season? What's going on with you? Let's hear you talk. No one's here for me. They're here for you.
Absolutely, they're not.
I'm just the accessory.
You crazy. As I would say, I'm a little shocked right now. I heard you say in your deal earlier that saying you believe in taking personal accountability for your actions. Man, I always thought you was a Democrat. My bad. I didn't know you was a conservative. So I'm just happy to hear. Welcome to the family. I appreciate it. Welcome to the family. But we can keep it moving, though. We can keep it moving.
You've ever made ever. That was the best. You know what? Kudos to you. Like,
my bad.
To you, Rahad. Nope.
My bad.
You got that. Like, I love it. You got it. Nope.
My bad.
Well played. Well done. I respect it.
I'm just saying.
You're right. You're right. Shame on me for trying to take accountability for my actions. Let me go back to Earth 2, where I do not take accountability for absolutely anything. Call me a Republican. Sign me up.
I'm just saying.
Sign me up. I can say whatever I want and get away with it, and nobody holds me accountable to any standards because I don't have any. Sign me up for that. So, anyways.
My bad. But I've been doing great. Even better now. I'm just glad to be back on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's been going on with me.
Yeah, you can tell people why you feel better. You're back on with me. This is your favorite show. I don't know why you don't just say it. Tell the people. They're listening. Tell the people what your favorite day of the week is and why.
Okay. My favorite day of the week is Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
That is a great day. This is one of there you go. But this is one of the better shows that I do. So, and I do. If I look forward to a show, this is the show I look forward to.
There you go. Fishing for compliments today. No, I'm not above anything. So, well, I will say there is something that is going on. So how do you feel about Anthony Richardson getting his starting job back? Are you excited? Are you hoping he's learned his lesson? Like, what are you thinking and what are you feeling?
I'm thinking that the owner just told you that they're going to clean house in the off season, and they're going to do something different. And as far as Richardson go, hey, he took it. He took the slap on the wrist coming back and playing. I think maybe they should have never sat him at this point. I mean, the young man just hadn't played enough football. Let's just be honest about it.
That's true.
But he played 13 games in college.
Yeah.
And what is it, 8 to 10 games in the pros? He just he just hadn't played much football, and they knew what they were getting when they got him. The question is, let me say this. I think I was kind of hard on him last time. So I shouldn't have been that hard, apparently.
What were you hard on him for? He quit on his team.
Well, I was hard on him too because the fact that he said that and he verbalized that and not understanding, you know what I'm saying, how that would be received. I thought there was may have been some critical thinking issues. So I think that was a pretty nice way of saying it. I mean, I was expecting a Rawhide, good job. I was expecting that after that.
No.
But anyway, I'll keep it going.
Yeah, it was
I'm talking about the word that I used. I said mentally, you know what I'm saying, lacking critical thinking. So that was good. I didn't say dumb. I want credit for not having to say dumb. I have moved forward to
Well, to be fair, you actually did say it was dumb.
That was the first time, but I changed it.
So what is it now? He lacks critical thinking skills?
So maybe some critical thinking areas, but I was wrong in that. And I thought that was a little internal and personal growth from myself that I just displayed. But I didn't even get credit for it.
I forgot. I'm a Republican now. Great job. Killed it. Killed it. Great job.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Great job. I believe it. Anyway. I believe in it. I believe in the manipulation. Great job.
Oh my God. but anyway, so I just hope, man, look, I just hope he goes forward. They said, what they said is that he's a very hard worker, first in and last out. They say, there's no issues with that. They say, hey, as far as a player goes, he A1. So I just want to say I was wrong. I was a little too hard on him the first time.
Yeah. Well, I think that this is a grown man game. And I think that more people needed to say the thing that you said. And so let's hope he fixes it. Like, grow up, act like a man, don't do dumb things. Period. That's where I'm at. Like, don't say stupid things. Show up for your team. Don't quit on them. Be a leader. Lead your team. That's it. Don't pull yourself out of games. Everybody's tired. The offensive linemen are actually more tired than you are, bro. Like, just do what you're supposed to do. So that's where we're at.
I mean, if people who listen to us now are not motivated by you right now, I mean, I love to pull yourself up by the bootstrap. I appreciate yourself
up. Man up.
There you go.
Be a leader. Like, I'm tired of the excuses. I always say, like, I don't care if the sun is in your eye. I don't care if your ankle hurts. I don't care. If you don't want to play, set your ass on the bench. But stop complaining. This is football. Like, come on, guys.
There you go.
We got to stay focused. Let's stay focused.
I like it. I like it.
That's where I'm at.
I like it.
That's what you can blame Mike Tomlin, because people get so mad at me when I'm critical about football players. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I grew up with Mike Tomlin as my head coach of my favorite football team. So I have his personality. Get over it. So let's hope he can get over it. And let's hope he can move on. The other thing is, I will say about the NFL, like, there's some bad teams. We'll leave them where they're at. But there's the officiating's terrible, obviously. I'm super curious to see who finishes last. Like, I'm very curious to see what the race to the bottom is going to look like. Like, who's going to get those first 5 picks? I'm fascinated.
So you're saying the Shedeur Sanders sweepstakes? Okay.
I don't believe that it's a Shedeur Sanders sweepstakes, because I don't think some of those teams that might be there they might already have their quarterback. I think they're that bad. For example, Chicago, they're not going to take another quarterback. They're bad. What do you do? What if Miami's down there? Are they going to take a quarterback?
Well, they might need to take a quarterback.
But you see what I don't know what they're going to do. So yeah, I mean, obviously some people will say it's the Shedeur Sanders sweepstakes. I don't buy into that. I think these teams are so bad that there might be teams at the very bottom that just might not. Yeah. And Reggie brings up a good point. The Jaguars. Are they going to take another quarterback? I mean, they just paid Trevor Lawrence $200 million. So what do you do?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be probably Giants, Raiders, or Cleveland. Now Jacksonville got 2 losses also in Tennessee, but I don't think Jacksonville will end last. I think they get a better team than that. What do you think?
They're so bad.
They are. They are.
You know what's like? I did my video, my Colorado video, and people were like, "Oh, Colorado's not bad," but like the markings of a bad football team, the Jaguars literally hit every marker. They're so bad. I mean, I don't want to say who I think the worst team is because honestly, I don't really know. It could depend on the day because the Bears are also really bad, scoring 3 points against the Patriots. Honestly, they should not even play again the rest of the year. Like that's how embarrassing that is. Like that was pathetic. But the Jets are also really bad.
And they need a quarterback too.
Oh, and then somebody brought up the Panthers. Same with them. Like we think
I think they're going to stick with it.
I was just gonna say that 2 weeks ago. I would say I think they were gonna leave Bryce where he's at, but now they might stay with him. So race to the bottom. So if Carolina finishes third, I don't think they're in the quarterback sweepstakes. I think they're okay. I don't know though. I don't know what these teams are gonna do. I don't know. They're terrible. What they need to be doing is getting a race to the bottom. And if somebody was smart, they would pick 1 through 10, and they would trade 2 of those trade their top 10 pick to 2 other picks and go get 2 offensive linemen with those picks because the offensive lines are so bad because they keep drafting quarterbacks and running backs and receivers and corners. And I'm like, your quarterback is getting he's going to go extinct because he's getting sacked so much. He has no time. But what do I know about building a team? What do I know?
Oh my God.
I'm just here so I don't get fined in my black today.
There you go. There you go. I'll just say this. I think the Giants are going to have a number 1 draft pick. I think they're getting the quarter. Giants. I think you can bet almost.
You think it's the Giants?
Giants' first pick. Giants' first pick will be a quarterback, whether they're 1 or whether they're 4. It's going to be a quarterback.
Can I tell you who's going to race the Giants to the bottom?
Who's that?
The Tennessee Titans. Have you even watched? They're so here's the thing about the Giants. The Giants defense at least is okay. They're great, but they're not terrible. They probably could be better if they weren't on the field so much because their offense can't move the ball. But the Titans, I can't tell you what they do well. The Titans are bad.
You're right.
So yes,
yeah, you're right.
I did hit you all with the hair flip.
You are insane.
My hair washed. It's flowing today. Okay, it's moving. It's moving.
Oh my God!
I've got a lot of movement. Okay, don't worry. The braids will be back soon. All of this hair is moving a lot. It's heavy. It's hot. It's thick. It's all the things. Okay, let me make it. Just let me. I'm doing my best. But yeah, I think the Titans will battle it out with the Giants to see who can be the worst team in the NFL this year. What is the Titans record?
2-8.
So do they have the same record?
2-7. I'm sorry, 2-7. Yeah, they got the same record. No, I mean you're probably right. You're probably right.
Wait, say that again. I'm probably what?
I mean, you're probably right. They may end up with the yeah, I know. But they may end up with the first pick. I think that outside of looking at the bottom of the bottom, outside of Jacksonville, all of them need a quarterback.
Outside of Jacksonville, the Giants will need a quarterback. The
Raiders.
Titans got Will Levis, right? Was that his name?
Yeah, but is he the guy though?
I don't know, but how?
I think he wasn't he a second round draft pick?
Oh, okay. So that will help. Okay. So then there is the Jets,
Cleveland Browns,
the Cleveland Browns, the Jets,
and
the
the
Carolina
Jets.
Panthers,
Yeah.
but we don't think they're going to take a quarterback. The Los Angeles Raiders, the Dallas Cowboys, because they're awful.
Yeah, I think they got too many wins though. No, they just got 3.
I think the only team that has too many wins of where I've always said I think Shador has potential going is the Rams, and I think they only got 4 wins. I think.
Yep, that's what they got 4.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I just think that there's going. You and I have talked, and I'm like, we should do a playoff. No, I think we should do a race to the bottom. I think we should see like who's going to be at the very bottom because there's some teams that I'm just like somebody at the end of the season is going to win a game they shouldn't win, and it's going to take them out of they will have been the third pick with it. They're going to end up being the 6th because they happen to win the last game or something like that. But I just think it's going to be interesting because these teams aren't very good. And maybe they are playing for that pick. I think it might be a mistake, but because some of these teams are bad on defense and their offensive line sucks, i.e. Chicago Bears. So,
I mean, does the offensive line suck though?
It's bad.
I mean, does it really?
No, it's bad.
Caleb be holding that ball too long.
Caleb doesn't make it better. Okay, here's my football theory. Play with me for a little bit. Okay, don't play with me. Go with me for a little bit here.
We good.
So if you didn't have a good offensive line last year, right? And you have Justin Fields. Okay. So you let go of him, who was like a scrambling quarterback, who could do all these things, had all this experience or whatever, and you still had a bad offensive line. So then the draft comes and free agency comes, and you still don't fix the offensive line. It was bad last year. Now, this year it's the same one. They didn't do anything. So that's my thing is like, not only were you not good last year, you're now the same offensive line. You didn't do anything about it, but hey, you got a shiny new object in Caleb Williams. So what are you supposed to be doing? And like Cliff's in the chat and he's saying like, yeah, the play calling is bad too. The play calling is also bad because you don't, what can your offensive line do? The guard can't even pull to save his life because I don't even think the freaking center understands what that means.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Y'all doing too much. See, there you go. There you go.
I mean, I'm watching a game and I'm like, what? And then to make it all better, the mistake of all mistakes, I will never get over it. The Chicago Bears coach is like, oh, what if we hand the ball off to an offensive lineman to run it in for a touchdown right up the middle?
Yeah, you're right about that. Was a dumb. I don't know.
Like, anyways.
He was an idiot. But I you know what I'm saying, I you know what I'm saying, he deserved all the tongue lashing that we gave him, but man, that was crazy.
He got fired, I believe.
No, they fired the OC.
Well, who do you think made the call of the offensive lineman running up the middle?
No, they just got to make a move to make it look like they're doing something. Yeah, they fired her. Yeah.
They need to fire everybody. They need to fire, sorry, black GM, Pools, you got to go. Head coach, got to go. Clean house. Go get.
Come on now. Wow, you going to get rid of the black GM?
He's terrible. Go get Vrabel. Go get a GM. Build your organization correctly. That's the best I got for you today. He's the best available coach, in my opinion, that will be able to relate to those players, give them what they need. He drafts really well. Like he was a good coach at Tennessee. I just think he took them to the furthest they could go and then contracts and all the stuff. But you have to go do something. You have to do something. Right now, it's not working. This isn't working. It's just not working. And then you gave up all of your stuff. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, I think they made a mistake when they gave up Justin Fields. I don't care. I benefited from it. But they have to let it start all over. Burn it. Burn it to the ground.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I hate to see it. I hate to lose. Honestly, I hate to lose black GMs more than I hate to lose black coaches.
I agree with you. But you can't be in there doing that. Just like you can't be in there drafting a quarterback at Atlanta Falcons and he's not going to play.
Now, that if anybody deserved to get fired, he the one who need to get fired.
I knew that was
But,
gonna I knew that was gonna get us there. So that's why I was like,
yeah, I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, if
I
anybody,
sprinkled that
yeah,
breadcrumb, and I was like, he'll take this bait.
I still think that's the dumbest thing in the world. I've heard people try to explain that on television and everything. I've
dumb.
heard that. And it's still dumb. It still don't make no sense. But it's okay, though. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So the last thing we'll talk about before we get into our games is let's bring up the college football playoff scenario. I hope people can still hear me and they can see this. Can you hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Okay.
Hear you well.
So what are your thoughts? How do you feel about it? Do you think they got anything wrong? Are you thinking anybody should be moved up? Like, what are your thoughts on the rankings?
I think they did. I think they're fine with everything they did on these rankings here. I think we kind of talked about it on another show. With the Big Ten and the SEC, basically, as you can see, the names doesn't matter. You know, you could just the Big Ten could be represented by blue, and the SEC could be represented by red, and you could, because all those teams are interchangeable in there. So they have set it up for a situation where if Tennessee loses against Georgia, right? Was it in the Georgia they play next?
Yep.
Okay. If Tennessee loses to Georgia, then they'll be fine, right? And I just put Georgia back into the playoffs. That's why that didn't bother me, I didn't have any. I heard people whining and crying about it, but I think they was making a different argument. But I heard people crying about Georgia being at 12. I'm like, none of it matters anyway. Long as you in, you're good.
Right.
I mean, it absolutely where you slot it, because the conference champs are the autos. I mean, get the autos where you get to buy only 4 of those. So why it doesn't even matter nowhere else. So long as you just make it in, you're fine. So I think they set it up like it's supposed to be. Now, if there's any surprises on it, I necessarily wouldn't call it a surprise, but I think the committee has told you Boise State has a glass ceiling. So it doesn't matter where anybody else does. Boise State's probably not going much farther than where they at. I mean, Let's think about it. Boise did absolutely nothing wrong and dropped.
Right. It's like the only way things get interesting, which if Georgia, I don't even know if it's an upset. I guess it technically would be an upset if Georgia beat Tennessee this weekend. And then Indiana finds a way to lose. And let's say BYU loses a game or two. Then it gets interesting. Everything else, as long as you win, you're fine.
Yeah.
Because the what ifs is where this, I feel like, kind of could go left.
Right.
You know, they would love for Indiana to drop 2 games, or, you know what I mean? Like, they would love, because then they could slot in one of the favorites. And then the real issue is, to me, is if Georgia beats Tennessee, what does this look like? Because
then I think Georgia bounces in. Tennessee falls to like 13. I think they swap.
Basically. They switch spots. Okay, that's fair.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying they may not jump to 7, but I think that's basically something that'll happen. They'll do the same thing to Georgia. They'll do the same thing they just did to Georgia, right? It's like, okay, well, fine. We'll just be on the outskirts right now. Let people be quiet. But actually, they made a big of an uproar by doing that, because the arguments that's being made is that there's absolutely no reason why Indiana should be above Georgia. They said,
well, I disagree with that, because I think so I'm going to use my critical thinking here. So I'm back to being a Democrat. I think we forget sometimes what happens and how they do these is they're basing this is about the best team. This isn't about the best record. I think people get so wrapped up in, but their record. I could be wrong. I don't think this is about record. I think this is about who they're telling you is the best team. And if you're the best team, you have the best athletes. And if you have the best athletes, you can be 8-2 Georgia and you're better than Indiana, because we all know they're better than Indiana.
Right. And that was a big argument.
Take that back. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's going to say, oh, okay, I bet you $500 BYU is going to beat Alabama. No one's going to take that bet. That's crazy. You know? Right. And I think that's what people forget. Like, they get so focused on like, yeah, but they have a better record. Yeah, they haven't lost a game. They're telling you that they think that their roster is better. They think their players are better. They think their coaches are better. And they watch them play tougher competition and they think they're better than you. I don't understand why people get this so confused.
Well, we've been fed for so many years in the AP and coaches poll. You win, you go up, you lose, you go down. So after you do that for so many years, it's hard for people to truly grasp the fact that a record doesn't necessarily mean you're better than somebody. I don't even say record. I usually say a ranking, because let's be honest about it. All a ranking is how the amount of games you won in a row. You get ranked. Right. You win enough in a row, you get ranked. It has nothing to do whether you're good or bad.
Yeah.
But I guess a person would argue whether they won, so they're good. Not necessarily.
That's not true. Yeah. That's what I always tell people. Let me speak a language most people understand. Okay. With your money right now, Georgia's ranked what, 13? With your money, would you take your money and bet it BYU is going to beat Georgia? No.
Absolutely not.
Nobody should take that bet ever. And that is everything you need to know about how the rankings are set up. It's just not going to happen. Right. Boise State is nowhere close to Georgia. Nowhere close to them. So it's I just don't think we think before we say things. Well, obviously, I know that that's the case. And so it's like we're like, oh, they haven't lost. I'm like, really? Would you take them? I wouldn't.
Yeah. So, and that's what people, I think they misunderstand us a lot when we talk about these things, because people think end result means that you're good or bad. Now, really, end result is more so like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of little happenings just ended up, and that's what you got.
Yeah.
But so you don't have to be, I don't know. I guess I argue this all the time, because I'm arguing two things at one time. This is basically what I'm saying. I know people are going to say games have to matter, and that means something. You know, you can't just come into the season and say, let's just automatically put SEC 1 through 4, Big Ten 1 through 4, whoever we think was going to go in, and then y'all get the scrap. I get that. You really don't want to do that. Games should matter. But I don't think college football is the only sport that I know of that is dictated, that a champion is crowned based on subjective opinion. National championships in college football has never, and I'll repeat again, has absolutely never been representative of it was done on the field. It's all subjective. It's always been that way.
Yeah, that's true.
It's always been other people's thoughts on who should be the champion.
Yeah.
The only thing in college football that's why people once upon a time used to always want to be, we compete for conference championships. Those things are won on the field.
Right.
National championships is an opinionated trophy.
Yeah, and it's a different ball game.
It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
But I think with 12, it's less of that.
I think they should have went with 8, but that's a different conversation for another day. I think what happens is we live in a world where multiple things can be true. And I think it's hard for a lot of people to reconcile that. It's hard for a lot of people to reconcile that, yes, you could have a really great record and be having a historically great year, and you could be Indiana, absolutely fantastic, and that's great for you this year. But the reality is almost nobody would take you to beat almost all of the teams that are in the playoffs. That's not a knock on you, though, right? Like that doesn't mean you suck. It doesn't mean you're terrible. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be. Like, it doesn't mean any of those things. It just is. And I don't think people realize that some of this is like that. You know what I mean? Like, some of these schools have historically been very good. Some of these schools recruit very well. Some of these schools have better athletes. They just happen to play in a different division. And so they don't get And I think people forget that. It's not, I get it, but I don't get it because I'm like, open your brain and think, critically think. But then I realize that not everybody has the ability to critically think. So now I'm here trying to explain why I think it's happening exactly like it's supposed to happen.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
So
I agree with that.
But
I appreciate you letting me get that off because I didn't do a show after they came out with that. So I've been holding that for a minute.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, I think it's just interesting to see how many people look at it and can't see it for what it is. And they're like, yeah, but they're undefeated. I'm like, if you had $1,000, your own money, would you bet it on BYU? The answer is almost always going to be no, unless you're a BYU fan. So that's just how it is. Yeah. But anyway, so let's get to your first game of the week. Who do you think is, now we have Miami Hurricanes to the Natty. I love delusional Coach Hayes. Like, that is my favorite Coach Hayes. Like,
all fans are the same.
I love when he's on this though, but I love when he's on this. Like, this is my favorite.
Yeah, I do too,
like,
man.
I love this.
I do too.
I love this.
Yeah. But my first game, man, talking about him again. Utah, Colorado. Oh, man, that is a playoff elimination game. You got Utah, that's generally a good team, but this year they took a step back in Colorado. But as I've said before, I'll say it again. 1 through 7, the Big 12 is all the same.
Mm-hmm.
And just like who did Utah beat last week? Iowa State? Was that Iowa State they beat?
No, Utah lost to BYU.
Oh, so my fault. They had BYU beat, but just like
the
Utah,
the refs showed up.
Right, had them. Hey, was choking them out. Hey, same thing can happen. Same thing can happen. So I think it's a critical game. I think it's highly important for me. Why? Because I need Travis Hunter to win the Heisman, and I have personal investments in that. So come on, Colorado, you need to beat Utah. But I think it's gonna be an interesting game. I'm excited to see how it play out.
Yeah. I mean, I actually don't think Utah stands a chance, just because they're on their 4th-string quarterback or 3rd-string, whatever string at this point. I don't even know to count because there's been so many different people playing quarterback at this point, so I don't even know. And I think Colorado should go in there and take care of business, and I think we should all just move on, because the thing, in my opinion, Colorado's strength, spoiler alert, shocker, I think Colorado's strength this year is their defense. I think their defense is what's making the difference, because the offense is whatever, but that defense has shown up for them. And I think that they should beat Utah. Like, beat them, go in there, or go, you're home, beat them, take care of business, live to fight the next week with Kansas, because I think that might be a tougher game.
Oh, it was Kansas. But yeah, no,
Kansas, because Kansas is like really, really athletic, and they're quick, and they like just they're streaky, and their losses, in my opinion, some of them, they got bad calls. They should have beat Kansas State. You know, I hate bringing up the refs because it's like whatever. But yeah, I just can't. But
well, as I said before, well, you know me, I picked Colorado to beat Utah at the beginning of the season.
You have a personal vendetta against Utah.
I'm feeling pretty good about myself, just to let you know. To let you know. But anyway.
I respect it. I can't get mad.
You know.
So I'm going to do something that I said I wouldn't do until it was time to do it. And I'm going to talk about the Steelers Ravens. Mainly because it is the Steelers Ravens. And you know what? It is what it is. Like, this is the moment. This is, I think the Steelers had a really great game last week, and they played a tough Commanders team. We'll see how the Commanders go. We'll see if they just got lucky at the beginning of the year, because they were playing easier teams, but I thought they looked great on Sunday. I think that they have all the recipes to be a good team. So I think the Steelers got a really good win on the road. They're now back home. They play the Ravens. The Ravens haven't beat the Steelers. I think it's been 2 years. So Lamar Jackson like statistically has his worst games against the Steelers. And I think we've beaten them the last 3 times we've played. And I think Lamar Jackson is like 1-7 against us, or like 1-6 or something crazy. So here I am. I'm a fan. I'm showing up. I'm also a fan of Lamar. And I always say, like, when my team plays Lamar Jackson, I always say, I hope Lamar Jackson gets 350 yards and 3 touchdowns and throws the game losing interception. That's kind of like how I play this. I hope he does well. And I hope Derrick Henry has -7 rushing yards. But, like, it'll be good. I think it'll be also a good test, though, to gauge where the AFC North is too as well. Because is the AFC North, like, what are we doing? Like, obviously, I don't expect anybody to win by a blowout on either side, no matter who it wins. This is going to be a grinded out game. It's going to be one of those games, probably similar to the Commanders game. But I'm just curious to see it. I just want to see who the Steelers are. Like, we can actually score points.
Okay, hold on. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Now, you just doing too much. Pump the brakes.
No. We used to average like 15. We used to average 15 points a game.
Y'all played difficult opponents then. He come in. Oh my God. Y'all act like he played.
No, like
Bills.
I expected. My point is, I expect us to score touchdown. Last year, you know who we lost to? The Patriots. We couldn't score. The Cardinals. We couldn't score. Like, we played some really bad teams last year, and we couldn't even score against them. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. So anyways, that's why I'm interested to see what we look like against a very good team. I want to see, like, who the Steelers team is. So I'm excited for it.
All right, okay. You made me forget what I was going to say about. Yeah. There you go. Come on. Man, you wasn't doing that, but they be trying to give all Russell Wilson all these props, and he went out there and played against me and you 2 weeks, and still, and then when he played somebody worth playing, then they almost lost. Man, I ain't trying to do that. But anyway,
Yeah, no. I'm not crowning anybody. Like, I think he's playing well. I think he's, doing what he's supposed to do. And that's where I'm leaving it. I'm not that type. No. Like, and I mean, I've said this is the hardest stretch, right? That we have the Commanders, we have the Ravens, and then we have the Browns on Thursday night, which obviously coming off of playing the Ravens and then playing the Browns, it's not about the Browns. It's just about that turnaround. And then we'll play, you know what I mean? My point is like, this is the toughest part of our schedule. So I'm not going to crown anybody until I see how we play in probably 2 weeks. They'll give us 3 games, I feel like. So I'll talk to you then.
Okay. You good. Yeah. Holler at me after that Cleveland game. But I will say this, though. Say that. I didn't want you to be all excited like y'all Kansas City 50 touchdown year.
We're not even the Bills. No, we're not even the Bills.
I'm just saying.
I would never.
Water on that.
No, I would never.
I
would never. I would never. I just think that now, like I said, this game, like when we went down by 10, historically the Steelers down by 10, I'm like, there's no way, because we just can't score. We actually can't score. So when we went down this week and we scored, and I was like, oh, okay, is that going to be who we are? so I don't know, So that's all I'm saying is, like, we'll see. We will see, because woof, it was a rough couple of years. Okay, we were chugging along. We were like, defense, please score points. Please score points.
Well, let me just say, let me say shout out to Lamar Jackson for playing bad, because he don't want to make Mike Tomlin look bad, so he's taking care of the brother coach. So shout out to Lamar Jackson. Shout out Lamar.
Is that why he plays bad?
He's doing it for the people, Lamar. I appreciate it, bro. Way to look out. Way to look out, bro.
Listen, if that's his plan, keep doing the same plan, Lamar. Same plan. On Sunday, forget everything. I need that Ravens coaching staff to do what they usually do and forget that they have Derrick Henry and forget they know how to run the ball, and don't. Let Lamar stand back there and pass, please. So, anyways.
All right. I guess my team.
Okay,
My team.
I'm
My
sorry.
team.
I'm sorry. I have to show this. This is actually very
Why did you
funny.
acknowledge it?
No, but this is so funny. This is so funny. Okay, go ahead.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Your turn. Go ahead.
Come on, Peter, bro. We can do better. Anyway, my second game is gonna be the Bengals and the Chargers, right? I did not even know the Chargers had the number one defense in the NFL.
We do. Mm-hmm.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Man, look, I knew Harbaugh was gonna come in and make a difference. I did, and really, the main reason why I want to see this game is I want to see that defense and how it plays against the Bengals. So I'm interested to see that, and to see if they go ahead and put the death nail on. But
yeah, because this would be
shout out,
I feel like.
Yeah, that's it. Shout out to the Harbaugh. Hey, coming in, hey, simplifying the offense, running the ball, a little more ball control. Hey, shout out to him. Hey, I think it's gonna be an exciting game. I think honestly, he's building this team into somebody that people have to pay attention to. Maybe just this year.
Jim Harbaugh did exactly what I think the Chicago Bears need to do. He drafted left tackle. See a left tackle? Alto. Am I making this up? What is his name? I think he drafted an offensive lineman in the first round. Or at some point, he shored up that offensive line. And he's building a team based on a foundation of that offensive line. Basic things. And don't ask your quarterback to do too much.
Don't ask him to do too much.
Just basic. Run the football. Run the football, please.
Have you noticed how more controlled Kansas City offense has become year after year? Look at you, off the dome. But so that should tell you something. If Andy Reid understands that, hey, you got to come off the gas on, other people need to understand that and build a team right. But
everybody's a copycat until they're asked to copycat something that will make them win. Then all of a sudden we forget how to copycat. Like, bro, like what Harbaugh is doing is masterful. Pay attention.
Yeah.
And then once you get halfway good, draft the Steelers usually draft well. The Ravens usually draft well. Copy. This is simple. Just like plug and play here. Also, I didn't say this at the beginning of the show because I forgot, but do we even need to, oh, my whole screen just went black. Do we even need to give me my kudos for telling you about CJ Stroud and all of his glory of finding ways to give the other team chances to win games? Do we need to go there? Do we even need to CJ Stroud? Stop it. Run the ball. Stop throwing the ball. Stop clock management. Stop throwing the ball to the other team, CJ.
You ain't wrong, but I feel you've been a little unfair.
My issue is this, though. This has been happening since week 3. Who in that organization is going to jump in and do something different? Who? Are we seeing? I'm seeing it. And why don't you go over to your coach and say, hey, this is now the 4th time, 3rd, whatever it is. This keeps happening to us. They go up. They're like the 49ers. They go up. They're ahead, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting play calling. Okay, it's a slow churn, and by the time you look at the end of the game, it just doesn't quite work. Jack Boyd says it's been happening since week 2. It's like and I get it. He's a second-year player. I get it, but somebody has to step in. Somebody has to step in and say, hey, we keep getting leads and blowing them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I mean, that second year for a quarterback is tough.
It is tough, but who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it?
Yeah,
So,
okay.
anyways,
I'll give you
I
that.
am going
I can give
to go to my next must-watch game, and I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but I'm going to say it. Broncos Falcons.
Where is Dave?
I'm going Broncos Falcons, and I'm going Broncos Falcons for the same reasons, but almost different sides of the coin. So, Kansas City is going to win that division. They're going to win that division. The Chargers and Broncos are probably going to battle with who might get a wild card based off all of the AFC East being blah, except for the Bills. If the Bengals and Browns are blah for the AFC North, and if the AFC South, if the Texans run away with that, and then you have Colts, Titans, terrible, Jaguars, terrible. The AFC West is going to be the two playing for that one potential playoff spot. And because of that, that makes this Falcons Broncos game a very interesting game, because really the Broncos can't afford to keep losing these games that they should be winning. They have to stack wins. So that's how I see that playing out. And then obviously the Falcons, they have to keep winning. They also keep blowing games. Stupid shit. Like, it's just stupid. Maybe the entire organization is stupid. But so anyway, so I feel like, both of them, I think they both need this win, if for no other reason, because they need to start stacking wins. You have to start getting wins. Like you have to. So anyways, I'm going Broncos Falcons. I cannot believe I just said that as a must-watch game, but it's surprisingly kind of important for both teams.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. And I didn't even think at this point in the season that Denver would even be playing games that matter.
Me
And
either.
the sheer fact, right? The fact that they're doing that is a testament to the head coach. But if I was Denver, I don't think I'd even want to make the playoffs. I'd rather have a higher draft pick. Now, as far as Atlanta, they need to make the playoffs. What now? I don't know if you know. I heard that Kirk Cousins got hurt.
Did he?
I heard. I had to look and see, but yeah, I heard that he got hurt. So I don't know. I don't know what's in it for that with the backup. But
It says
if anybody
just today, he fully practiced today.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Kirk Cousins upgraded to full participant in Thursday practice.
Okay, good business then. So he'll be back. He'll be playing. So anyway, but yeah, I think that was a great pick. To be honest with you, I agree with you. Well, I guess I'll go to my third and final pick. I mean, so many to pick. Hey, if y'all listen to us, man, this is this weekend is a great weekend to watch NFL and college. I think it's a testament to the playoffs, 12 teams. But I guess my final game is Chiefs and Bills. Oh, you was gonna do that one again?
No.
I
don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Actually, I have two for my
okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna pick.
Chiefs and Bills. Yeah, I first off, I think this game has something to do with the Heisman Trophy. If did y'all hear that? You didn't hear that, did you? Did you hear that? You didn't hear that. I know you didn't hear that. Did you hear that? Oh. What? But anyway, I had to sneeze, man. My bad. But anyway, the Chiefs and the Bills. So MVP, if Allen has a game like one of those out of your mind games, close, exciting. I guess it could be a blowout, but 3 or 4 touchdowns, 300 something plus yards. You know how he do to knock 3 folks to the ground. He pulled his big Ben Roethlisberger. Knocking folks over and looking like Superman out there.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the lead for the MVP. It's in
Where's the
Buffalo.
game at?
Buffalo.
Okay. Is it snowing there yet? Is it cold there yet?
I'm sure it is cold there. 50 degrees is cold.
weather. Yeah, but is it like okay? So it's like it'd probably be 50. So
Okay.
nothing crazy.
But yeah, so I think that's gonna be something to watch. You're gonna see if anybody gonna put some stress on the Chiefs defense. That defense is off the chain. And I want to see if my man D Hop. You know, I want him to have a pretty good game too. The only problem is that the Bills wide receiver room. I think they got some people on the injury front there, but yeah. But other than that, I think it's gonna be a good game. You know how they go, and I didn't know Lamar Jackson to Patrick Mahomes is like Josh Allen. No, Lamar Jackson to Buffalo is like it's like I still said it wrong. Lamar to Cincinnati is just like Josh Allen to Patrick Mahomes.
Except he can't beat him in the playoffs.
Except he can't. Yeah, that's the point. He can't beat.
Yeah, it's like he always beats him in the regular season. They always win in the regular season, and you know what?
Beat him all the time in the regular season.
My conspiracy theory brain, like part of me is probably like the Chiefs are like, go ahead, take this one. Like, let us just kind of get a fill. Let us kind of be in the game, beat us. You're not going to beat us twice. Go ahead, like do your thing. We'll take our first loss. You know, I think they're probably going to take their first loss this weekend. I don't think it's going to be for any reason other than they're going to get their first loss and whatever. Everybody will make a big deal out of it. They'll be able to talk about it for a week. Are the Chiefs okay? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like this is, I feel like the storytelling by the NFL probably is going to be at its peak this weekend, if I'm being honest with you. Right. So, and because you have a lot of games that you can advertise as a thing, right? Whoever wins, Steelers, Ravens, whoever wins, Chiefs, Bills, whoever wins, Denver, Falcons, you can hype up, you know, like there's so many like stories and things they can take these that they'll do it. So
exactly. And don't you think, do you think it's, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay. But do you think it's weird that Joe Burrow can beat Patrick pretty easily, but Burrow can't beat Lamar? But Lamar can beat the dogs, not out of Burrow, but he can't beat Pat.
Isn't that usually how
it goes? Crazy? That's crazy. Yeah. Ain't that crazy?
But it's usually like that. Like I feel like it's like that, like in boxing or even like the UFC. Yeah. Right. Like a guy will run through everybody, or a woman will run through everybody, but they fight that one person, the one freaking person that it doesn't matter. They just cannot beat them. They just can't. Yeah. So that's kind of how this situation is. And I'm kind of hoping that's how that situation is with Lamar against us too. But you know.
Yeah.
Just can't be choosers. So there's that. And so we're on me. Are we on me? Yeah, because you just did your third. Yep. I want to pick Tennessee and Georgia, but I'm not going to. I'm going Commanders Eagles.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be off the chain.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders Eagles because obviously this game is for their division as of right now. I also think that if you look at, so just so everybody knows, the way I start to look at this point in the season, once you hit 10 games, I start to look at playoffs. Like I feel like the first 10 games, you're kind of warming up, you're figuring out what you're going to do, trade deadline, whatever. Then I feel like when you get to that 10th game, now it's kind of game on to see who's going to get to the playoffs. Because now the wins matter. We already know who's bad and kind of things, whatever. This game is going to decide who's going to be ahead in the division, who's going to be the sole person in the division. And the records are so close to the other top seeds in the division. Like, I don't know if anybody will catch Detroit, but then you have to look at the Minnesota Vikings. Then you have to look at Green Bay. Then you have to look at the Cardinals might crash and burn because they have history of doing that. But then you have to start positioning these teams, right, to see where they stand. And so I think this game means a lot for that reason. And then it's like on a Thursday night. So it's like, what are we going to get? Are we going to get good football? Are we going to get like, and historically, and this is my humble brag about the AFC North, historically, the team that plays a team in the AFC North doesn't play well on these Thursday night games. And
oh, really? I didn't know that.
yeah, it's like, I'm not into gambling and betting as much as some people, but there used to be, I don't know how to word this correctly, but like take the under if the team just played against an AFC North component. Like there's some, you know, they come up with all these like random little like stats. There's one of those that exist about the AFC North, and the Commanders just played a tough, hard-fought loss to the Steelers. But then the Eagles had the opposite, right? They had the Dallas Cowboys. They're a joke. So I'm curious just to kind of see like how this team works. I think the Eagles should be more rested. I might argue the Commanders' defense, though, might be better than the Eagles, maybe. I don't know.
You think so?
I don't know. I don't love the Eagles secondary. What do you think?
I don't know.
I think the Commanders have better linebackers. Ooh, I don't know. I just, my point is the fact that I can't call it is everything that is my point.
Well, there you go. Because I would have guessed that Philadelphia had a better defense. I would have guessed that. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you can't call it, let's see, NFL defensive.
No, but you're right.
If you can't call it immediately, then it's left for interpretation.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
So
I like Jalen Hurts too. But go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, I was gonna say I think okay. So statistic. Well, again, the freaking Eagles got to play the Cowboys. That's the thing I hate about stats. Sometimes you look at stats and you're like, oh, this team is so great. They're ranked 4th and they're ranked 5th. And then you look at their schedule and you're like, they literally have played nobody.
Literally, yeah. Like, i.e. Pittsburgh scoring all of a sudden.
That's so funny you said that, because I was actually going to say, i.e. Texas being ranked the number 1 defense in college football.
I'm with you on that.
We can score touchdowns. I never said we had the best offense in the NFL. I said we can score touchdowns.
I got you.
You're taking this way too far, okay? I talk about basic things.
So anyway, you said you've been a breath for too long. I got you.
Yes, all I asked for touchdowns. Like my first couple of videos I made about the Steelers this year, I was like, and we still didn't score over 20, and we couldn't score over 20. I'm like, and we still didn't score a touchdown. So now I'm like, we can score touchdowns. We might only get 3, but at least we can get them. So
I know JJ Watt happy. Like, I might make it through the season. I ain't got to play half, 3/4 of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're choking the hell out of them every chance they get, and the refs are like, we can't see that.
That fandom, boy. Y'all in that fandom. See that fandom thing? Y'all hear them, though. Yes.
We can't see that. No, but honestly, did you see the field goal where they were choking him as he got off the edge? Oh, if I see the picture, I'll have to send it to you. But I'm like, everybody holds. I get it. Everybody holds, everybody pulls, everybody shoves. I get it. You should not be able to choke a guy around his neck. That's illegal. Like, I get it, refs. You can't get it all. You miss some things. But if a guy is choking another guy around his neck, that's actually holding. Or pass interference or whatever the thing is. But, shout out to the refs. You should go be a ref, Rawhide.
I never thought about it. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh,
anyways,
get the free tickets.
Yeah. Anyways, who y'all want to win this game? All right, cool. Anyways, so that's our picks. That's what we're doing this week. We're ending a little early. I don't know if anybody has look at goat. Look at goat. Rocket a cheese. Oh,
and
Law,
you know
hey.
it.
That's what
And
you're
you
like,
know it.
hey, I can help you out.
And you know it.
Law, you're so kind. Hey guys, awesome show. Raw, your last show you said you had solid gold winning. Could you explain why?
Well,
First of all, wait. First of all, thank you, Law, for sending in that super chat. That was so cool. Anyways, can you explain why you had solid gold winning?
I can't explain. I can't explain. What happens in the Discord stays in the Discord. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. So I can't. Oh, I meant to say. I know this is off topic. I just want to tell everybody that when they go back and listen to the show, thank you all for saying that you would vote for me for president. I appreciate that. Those of you who voted. Yeah, I had 40%. I had 40% said they vote for me. So I appreciate y'all. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Who said
I
that?
just want to say. I put a poll up
Where?
on the last live. I
Who's
appreciate it.
responsible? Well, to be fair, I would vote for you over the guy who won too. So
What we doing here?
So now that I thought about it, you probably would have had my vote.
Man, look, I'm telling you, I was y'all, man.
You would at least ask for help, and you would at least admit the things you didn't know. So at least you might have my vote. So I'll give you that.
I'm trying to tell you.
So let me go back to some of these starred comments. I want to know who voted for you, though. How many votes did you have?
I got 40%.
Three out of 5 votes.
No, as a matter of fact, I made sure I looked at the amount. It was quite a bit. It was quite a bit. I was surprised. I was like, all right, y'all get it. Y'all get it.
I could not believe. Well, who are the other options?
No, would you vote for Rawhide for president? Yes or no?
Oh, okay. I thought there were options and like they chose you. Yeah. We should do a you versus me. If you had to vote for president, would you vote for Rawhide or would you vote for me? I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something, actually. I'm trying to see something. Hey, chat, would you vote for me for president or would you vote for Rawhide for president? I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something with this chat. Okay, Goat really? Said I'm winning. And you can be the VP. Okay. We got a really in a heartbeat. Okay. So you can be my VP though.
Man, y'all tripping, man. Y'all listen, man. Y'all look. I didn't even ask for that poll. I appreciate y'all saying y'all gonna vote for him, man. Y'all tell me.
Super. He said the shit is bigger than the president. You're the one, Raw.
Y'all know what he's talking about.
Let me give him a thank you. Let me send him a thank you. It actually played for me.
It ain't been playing for you?
No.
It's been playing every time.
It actually played for me because it was between this other one and that one actually played. Okay, let's see if this plays. Did that play? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it played.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Played.
All right. Anyway, let me get to these comments, and Reggie is going to write in Nicole C. So I just lost a vote. So far, okay, Lawrence is saying, really for president, Rawhide.
Man, look here, Lauren. Look, I get it, bro. I get it, bro. You be hard on me, bro. I get it, bro. But I ain't even trip. I get it, bro. When you live up there where y'all live at, bro, I know you ain't got enough time on your hand sitting in that big coat in front of a fireplace, bro, or a heater, bro. I get it, bro. Y'all got a lot of time.
Hilarious.
Oh
my God.
Y'all got a lot of time, bro. Y'all got a lot of time.
I love it. I love it. Now Reggie says I have to be stopped. You know what? I'm just living my best life, Reggie. So okay, let me look at the star comments. Let's see. So Reggie said the Jets need Jesus. I do agree with that. They need some help. Because this ain't it. And then Old School says, I'm sorry. Hey, really flawed love. You saw your last show. I liked it. Thank you, Old School. Appreciate you. And it looks like that was all the ones that I started because all the others, some of them are a little inappropriate. So I didn't start them. I just left them where they were at. So they love you in the chat, Rahai. These are your people. Now I see who voted for you.
No, I'm just saying.
Anyways, we can end this live on you.
Whoa, so I can't see yours. How many I got?
Nobody voted for you so far for president.
Oh my God. I can't believe they're doing me like that.
I don't know how to do a poll. And you also know that there's people listening to this that like don't want to like type in the chat. They don't want to admit that they're watching this right now, so they can't actively participate. That's why I wish I knew how to do a poll. I would do a poll and I would be like, who would you want to be president? So I don't know how though. Can you do it?
Put a poll up. You can too.
Yeah. I don't know where.
Okay, we'll talk about it when it's over.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We appreciate all of the love, support, whatever. This is fun for us to come and talk, and I get to get dressed up to come talk to you, Rahai. I get to put on my Thursday best to come and talk to you. Reggie says, Rahai, don't worry, bro. I'm rigging the voting machines behind the scenes. Every really flawed vote will be a Rahai vote. Hey, I am a Republican, so that works for me now. I switched over. Like Rawhide switched me over. I still live on Earth 1, but Rawhide switched me over because he said that anyways. Let's see. Law with another Raw Almighty, bigger than the I'm starting to think that Law just wants to see my thank you. Anyways, thank you, Law.
I agree.
Thank you, Law, for funding my extracurricular activities. I appreciate you. But seriously, I appreciate you. You know, I appreciate you. So thank you.
It was a great transaction. I'm just saying. I'm using this opportunity to explain words just mean what they mean.
No. You know what? Every time, this is what happens with you. Nobody will even know what you're talking about, and nobody understands what that means. And here I am, because I am a code of silence. I'm just here laughing because of the crap you try to pull with me often. I'm sick and tired of it. I need to be treated fairly. I need to be treated fairly. Anyways,
you don't let that blue out of you. Come on now. Come on back.
Right. I don't need to be treated fairly. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm a Republican. Don't treat me fairly. Take away my rights. Take away my education. Take it away. Take it away. Take me back to Earth 2. Anyways, okay, so we're ending on you. Reggie doesn't want to donate because he doesn't want to see my thank you. So, which thank you do we like? Do we like thank you 1?
She's insane.
Or thank you 2?
You insane. What? You don't like it. You insane, man.
Anyway. This is so much. And listen, I can I just say something and then we're going to end on you. if you don't have people in your life that like make you laugh and will give you crap all the freaking time, you are not living right. Okay. If you're not laughing, if you're not giving people a hard time, if you're not shooting the shit with the people that you surround yourself with, like, you are missing out. And I am sorry for you, because life is so much better. Like, yes, life is so much better when you have people around that you can be like this with and annoy. Because every time I play that thank you, I can still see Rawhide and you all can't.
Oh, you can see me? Oh my God, what am I doing? What am
So every time I have fun, I can see Rawhide's face and nobody else can. And so therefore, I needed to hit it so that I can keep seeing his face. Okay. Anyways, this is loose. All right. So what is the game on yet? Are we late? How long have we been on here? All right. Let me get my bearings. Everything's okay.
There we go.
We're back. Everything's fine. So we're gonna end on you, Rawhide. What do you have to say? You, just so everybody knows, I have no bearing and no say over when Rawhide goes live. So don't ask me. I don't get to say when he goes live. I don't get to say what he does. He's a grown ass man. He's doing what he wants to do. So yes. So there's that.
Well, first off, I'll say
Why?
this.
Why
She's not. She.
Now I'm getting out of hand.
I'm just saying. Y'all, she's lying to you. She does know my schedule. She helps make my schedule. So that being said, she absolutely does know when I'm going live. So now what she's saying is leave her alone. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But anyway, I'll just say, listen, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Man, I appreciate everybody that mess with us. You know what I'm saying? I know I know sometimes I can be very sporadic in my showings, right? But if I don't feel like it, I don't feel like it. It is what it is. So anyway, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know how not to lie. I don't know what to do. I'm crashing.
Save me! Oh my gosh. Anyways, we're gonna end the show here. We will see you all next week. Hopefully the Steelers will have scored 3 touchdowns at least, minimum. Otherwise, I might lose my crap. But that's okay. Anyways, thank you all for watching. We appreciate all of you. And if you're not in the Discord, sorry for you. But yeah, we will. Oh, look, Reggie sent a super chat. Reggie, you want 1 or 2? He's waving in the white flag. He couldn't resist.
I didn't do nothing.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, Rawhide, I want both of them play again. I can see Rawhide. I wish that I could record him, but I can see him. Y'all can't see him, but I can see him. So as I end this out, I will give 2 more. I will give a quick 1, 2, and then I'll end this because Rawhide enjoyed this very much.
Why are you doing that? I don't even have it. I don't even know what you're doing, really. I don't know what you're doing.
We'll see you guys.
Oh, that's crazy.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.